So Friday morning, weekly weigh-in time, extremely high stress week. It's been a struggle to keep my diet contained, but for the most part, I've done well on it. I have not lifted in the last 2 calendar weeks. I have been active in terms of my running. I've run 4 times this week. Yeah, 4 times this week. But definitely struggling with the stress. I'm not going to get into why, but very high stress week. So very busy week as well. A very busy week. I've been finishing at 9 or 10 o'clock every night. So uh, less than ideal situation in terms of making 245 next week. I don't know how realistic that is, but I'm going to keep pushing for it. New wrinkle this week, so I have bought a new scale. I've bought the Garmin S2 Index, and quite honestly, it's just for the laziest reason. This scale actually automatically uploads all of my data into my Fitness Pal and into the Garmin Connect app. That's really the only reason. It's probably going to be less accurate in terms of the body fat because it does not have the hand calipers, but I do plan to double down on my fitness next quarter. Just other priorities have taken effect this quarter, and I'm happy that I haven't ballooned up. I've maintained my weight. Last week got under 247 for the first time, even if it was only by a smidge. But really happy with that. Next quarter, I'm going to try something very different. Something I saw on one of Brick's Fitness's fitness transformations. There was a guy who essentially said, if you really want to know the impact that food is having, weigh yourself every single day. And so that's the rationale for buying this new scale. I've been good about putting my data in, but I know I wouldn't want to do it on a daily basis, body fat. And I mean, that's just how spoiled I've gotten. I mean, it's literally like 5 minutes to go downstairs and put it in, but I just like the integration. And I mean, I love getting new gadgets. I'm not even going to lie about that. So I'm going to be moving to the Garmin scale. So I'm going to do a weigh-in on both scales and compare the results. And then from there, moving forward, pretty much starting April 1st. I'm not going to start the daily weigh-ins this week, but starting April 1st, I'm going to weigh in on a daily basis every morning at the same time. And I'm going to really drive to try to get to below 230 by the end of June. So Q2 is really going to be a double down on this. Hopefully, the items that have been taking priority in Q1 are dissipating soon, and I can focus back on my fitness. I'm very close to the end, and I want to see this through. So hopefully, my schedule changes and I can really get back to my routine of my 2 days, my lifting 3-4 days a week, running 5-6 days a week. I have a triathlon in July, so I'll start swimming. So really going to get back to focusing on my fitness and getting my body under 230 by July 1st. So that's just a little caveat about this week. So just got off both scales. I usually make it a point to not look until I have the camera on it, but that couldn't be helped today because I'm getting on 2 scales and I'm not familiar with the first one. So let's check out the data. So weight for the week, 247.8, up 1 pound from last week. Yeah, exactly 1 pound. BMI essentially flat, 28.1. Body fat, so this came in at 29.1. So I mean, it's gonna fluctuate in a general range. Maybe a little better hydrated today than last week. I've had a bottle and a half of water, so that could be playing a factor in that. Body muscle 31.9% versus last week, and then visceral fat is flat at 11. So those are the stats from my Omron scale, and now let's get into from the Garmin scale. So weight exactly the same, 247.8. saying change of 1 pound. So this pulls in my data from MyFitnessPal, so New My Weight. This has my BMI slightly lower. It has my body fat fairly in line. It's 28.6 versus this coming in at 29.1. Skeletal muscle mass, that's a new one. I haven't been tracking that. Bone mass, and then body water, 58%. So, that's the results from my weigh-in. So down to the 10th of a pound. The scales are the same. Body fat's coming in about 0.5% lower, and BMI for some reason that should be static across. That's a standardized measure around the world, but for whatever reason it has my BMI as lower. So that's where I'm at. As I said, April 1st, I'm going to start tracking on a daily basis throughout the end of Q2, and I'm going to start doing a better job of tracking my food intake again. I'm really going to double down on my fitness. I'm hella determined to get under 230 by July 1st, and even more so to get under 220 by the marathon. I'm not going to fall in love with these time schedules though. The only thing I'm promising is that by the time I go on vacation this year, I am going to be under 220 pounds. And that is my singular goal for this year. And then I will worry about body fat at another time. But, for now, good week considering just the level of stress, which has been astronomical. Maintain my diet, gained 1 pound, but not going to be mad at that. So good week. And I will check in next week on the way in.